Hey guys, welcome back. I'm a fan of combos. I'm also a fan of unconventional or underused weapons. I'm also a fan of finding out that an often disrespected or underestimated strategy is surprisingly effective if used correctly. So when that summer update dropped and I saw that the gas passer got buffed, I got really excited. The gas passer is a can of gas. You throw it, and it leaves a lingering cloud of gas in the air. If an enemy enters the gas cloud, they get coated in gas, and the next time they take damage from any source, they are inflicted with 10 seconds of afterburn. Okay, that sounds like it could be useful. What's the catch? Well, unlike every other throwable liquid item in this game, the gas passer starts with an empty meter. You have to fill the can by doing damage. Not just fire damage, by the way, any damage will work. How much damage does it take to fill the gas passer? 750. Yikes, that's a steep cliff to climb for a single gas toss. Luckily, the gas passer also fills by itself over time, taking 60 seconds. So waiting for it to fill over time or doing damage are both rather slow ways to charge it. But there's yet another catch, which is also kind of a saving grace. You see, dying doesn't affect the meter. If it's half full when you die, it'll be half full when you respawn. It doesn't go back to being empty. So you could carry a full can of gas around throughout several lives and only use it when there's a big opportunity, since dying won't waste it. Unfortunately, if you use it and then die, you respawn with a totally empty meter. So it's a blessing and a curse, but mostly a curse. But wait a minute. This is liquid, and Pyro has a melee weapon which does guaranteed critical hits to wet players. Until the gas passer got added, Pyro had no way to make players wet on his own. He needed a pool of water or a friendly sniper to throw Jarate, both of which are hard to take advantage of in an average match. But when it was added in 2017, the gas passer was bugged and did not allow the Neon Annihilator to crit soaked players. But then, summer of 2024 rolled around and Valve finally fixed this mistake. So now the Neon Annihilator and the gas passer can be used together. The worst weapon in the game has received a buff, the exact change I always thought would save it. Now, you can toss a can of gas on a guy, whip out the glowing sign, and strike him for a guaranteed 156 damage smack to the head, instantly killing 5 out of the 9 classes and leaving the other 4 scrambling for health, since they will still take full afterburn damage on top of the melee crit. Having a guaranteed burst of 156 damage in your pocket at all times is pretty darn useful. The question I'm sure all of you are thinking is, does the slow charge rate of the gas still hold this combo back? Well, I'm actually going to go against the grain here and say no, it doesn't. If you use the default flamethrower or degreaser, then yeah, the gas passer fills really slowly. 750 damage is ages away. But if you happen to use Pyro's highest damaging flamethrower, the Dragon's Fury, which just so happened to be added in the same update as the gas passer, it charges much more quickly. I can throw the gas, use the combo, kill another person with the Dragon's Fury, and I already almost have another can ready. Not to mention, the 156 damage you deal with the melee also fills the meter. Remember, it fills from all damage, not just fire. 4 or 5 clean fireballs will fill about half the meter or more in my experience, so if you can aim well with the Dragon's Fury, you usually have the gas can available when you want it. And the Dragon's Fury solves the other problem the gas passer presents. See, the reason people don't like the gas passer is that it does no damage on its own, and Pyro kind of needs a damaging secondary to make up for his flamethrower's lack of range. But the Dragon's Fury has double the range and double the damage of the flamethrower. It solves so many problems the gas passer has, charging it faster, making up the range and damage deficit, and even when you don't have the gas can charged, the Dragon's Fury is so powerful that it will keep you alive on its own. Also, if you want to do even more damage, you can actually combo the gas passer with the extinguisher. You do have to hit them with melee first to ignite them, but then you can hit them a second time for 186 damage. It's not as good as using the Neon Annihilator since you have to hit twice, but it is more damage if you feel like it. So, with all this in mind, is the gas passer good now? Sorta. It's still technically the worst Pyro secondary, but now it can do something. When you have it charged, you can splash it on multiple people or use the lingering cloud as a trap. But at the end of the day, it's still a secondary that spends much of the match recharging. It's usable and so much fun, and for that alone I would recommend trying it out. But I would be lying if I claimed that it was somehow better than anything else that goes in this slot. Really, it's a lot like playing Demo Knight. You sacrifice a ton of your class's power and flexibility in exchange for the ability to deal lethal amounts of melee damage every once in a while. If Valve really wants to buff this item, all they have to do is make the meter start out full when you spawn. If they did that and changed nothing else, it would be unironically a good side grade to the stock shotgun in my opinion. As it is, the summer update buff did elevate the gas passer. Now instead of being entirely worthless, it's fun, and only kind of worthless. So in other words, it's now my favorite pyro weapon. That's all. Like, subscribe, and get out. Video's over.